Everyone is stupid. Now, this may not sound very polite, but it might be some of the best driving advice ever given. Hello and welcome to Throwing Your Parents Under the Bus. I'm Jayne Ubl, and joining me today, of course, is veteran crash investigator and driver safety expert Mike Pehl. And today he's going to talk about why expecting the unexpected may be one of the most important defensive driving skills you can have. But first, let's hear from Natasha, who found this week's topic. Natasha?
Yes. So I have a topic here and it says, my mom's best advice for driving defensively is to act like everyone but you is stupid. You can predict where people are going to go by looking at their turn signals. Sometimes drivers are dumb and they turn at an intersection even when they're not supposed to. If another driver moves through the intersection, legal or not, they can cause a crash. This is why you drive like everyone is stupid. There are many other cases where stupidity can cause accidents, not just in intersections.
Wow.
I agree with that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. You sort of shook your head, Mike, like, I don't know.
Well, let's get stupid.
Okay. Or unstupid.
I don't know if we need to go that far and say everybody is stupid, but good. We need to drive like everybody around you is not going to do anything right. How's that? Whether that makes them stupid, dumb, or just a bad driver, I don't know. But we'll just kind of leave it at that. So, it all comes back down to defensive driving. And what's so nice, what just makes me feel so good is when students like this notice things like this.
Yes.
That they're starting to get their face out of the phones, their face out of their notebooks or whatever they're doing, whatever their distraction is, they're starting to pay attention to other drivers.
And the parents are also,
yes, and the parents are too. That's what makes these enrichments so cool. And I'm just so glad that our wonderful state approved that part of it because we have so many podcasts that come from them, and it tells us that the kids are doing their work. And we're going places for that. I like to see what other driving schools are doing online from their students, But we hope, and hopefully the other driving schools are showing our podcast in their classroom because it's good stuff.
Well, it takes a community to raise a kid,
yes.
and driving is a big part of it. So
yes. So anyway, predicting is everything, and we've done prior podcasts on predicting, but I want everybody to remember this. Intersections are deadly when you don't know what we'll just say for this topic, because it's the topic of the podcast. When you don't know what the stupid person is going to do, intersections become very, very dangerous. Remember, you cannot be T-boned if you look both ways before you cross the street. Throughout all my teaching, I always try and get across, get paranoid as a driver, get paranoid as a rider. You need to be watching what your life is in. What are you doing? What you're in that car. Pay attention because you could be the one alerting the driver. You could be saving the people's life in your car and other cars just by saying, hey, watch out, look at, or that car's coming up too fast. And remember, signals don't predict what someone's doing because people do put signals on and turn the wrong way. Okay. I have behind the wheel lessons where I'll say they'll be driving along and all of a sudden I'll say, take a left, and they'll go, so they're
trying to figure out.
Yeah. So
your left and your right. Yeah.
Yes. So, who knows? It could be a newly permitted driver that's really not stupid, but just learning and doesn't know lefts and rights. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt there. But anyway, again, read the car. The cars coming at you, the cars that you're following. If somebody sees brake lights and they're close to the center line, there's a good chance that car's turning left without a signal. If that car's showing brake lights and they've moved over closer to the right side of the road, there's a chance they're going to take a right. Remember this also. When you're following another car, and they show you brake lights or the signal that they're going right, that car is going to slow down to 10 to 15 miles an hour to make that right turn. And if they don't move over into the shoulder like they're supposed to, and they turn from the drive lane, you're going to have to brake a little bit. And you don't want to race up to them and then hit that brake, so that endangers the cars by being hit with the cars behind you. So, like I say, front tires don't lie. I know we've talked about it. Brake lights, signals, tell you something's going on. And now it's the guessing game because, when you have a car that's not doing stuff they're supposed to be doing in front of you, there's a good chance they're going to do something else that is stupid. So I don't know where else to take that, but great observation.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, it's not an observation. And what this topic is telling us is we trust no one, zero.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even trust the best friend. Oh, that's Mike coming at me. Well, guess what? Mike might not be paying attention, so I ain't trusting Mike. So that's getting paranoid. That's getting suspicious on every car that comes into eye contact with our vehicle, and then you're going to stay safe and make sure you're not the one that's not paying attention.
Right. Well, and this is perfect. And I will say, for another episode, we should do the Sammy thing, because when you're younger, if you learn that everyone is stupid, you'll remember too.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Anyway, yes, it's not complimentary, but it does hit the nerve. So that's good. All right. This is it for today's episode. And if you've learned something, don't keep it to yourself, and share this episode with your family and your friends, and especially the parents of teens entering a driver ed program. So you can catch every episode on YouTube at DriveSafeRideSafe 1, which is the number, not the name. And you can hit subscribe. It's free. And you'll be the first to know when a new episode drops. And of course, you can give us an email at drivesaferidesafe@gmail.com and ask us questions, or ask us a topic that you might like us to tackle. We actually read them, and your message might just spark our next episode. And of course, we always love the students who send us the observations, and these come from the enrichment activities that are in our courses, that are really excellent ways to keep kids really in the know, and also actually doing something besides being at the computer. So I'm Jayne Ubl, and this has been Throwing Your Parents Under the Bus. And remember, check out Driver Ed before you buy it, and always remember to
drive safe.
RideSafe.com.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Boom.